Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video over on Prizepicks. Today, you got my three favorite plays in the NBA for Tuesday, and we've got some banger games going on today. But first up, do me a favor, drop a like on this one. Takes you 2 seconds, completely free. And if we could get to 10 likes in this video, that'd be absolutely awesome. I would really appreciate that. Now, first things first, let's talk about the winnable. This is where I post plays every single day. I'm posting 2+ lays in here, and we've got a bunch of good stuff going on. So make sure you guys are at least signed up to the free plan. If not, you are on any one of the VIP plans, we absolutely are going to help you profit. So hit the link down below or up there in the corner. It's winnable.com/bam. And you guys can get on here. Like I said, it's completely free. I send out picks here every day. There's no reason not to be on here. Now, let's talk about what we've got going on right here. So yeah, to recap yesterday on the TikTok live, which I go live on TikTok every single day now, actually on Instagram too, at BAM Sports. This was the play that we posted yesterday. Unfortunately, Brandon Prizepicks did not get to his assist line. It was a little bit of a rough one, and he didn't play as many minutes as we had hoped. We thought the Wizards would keep it close throughout the whole game, but they really only just kind of caught up at the end, which was unfortunate. Banchero, though, was a pretty great read. That one was never, ever going to go on the over. So 1 of 1 at the end of the day, not too bad. Now, let's go ahead and talk about some NBA plays for Tuesday. And let's just take a look at this slate. We got an 8-game slate, and guys, there were some banger games here. Thunder, Magic, Suns, Timberwolves, Sixers, Nuggets, Cavs, Bucks, even Heat, Hornets. Really, all of these games are bangers, and the ones that probably aren't are the Wizards, the Pacers, and the Kings. But at the end of the day, those still have quite a bit of value on them too. Now, let's talk about play number 1, and we're just going to waste no more time and get into it. It's LaMelo Ball here, more than 7 assists. Now, you might go, well, why in the world do you like LaMelo Ball here? Because if I clicked him right now on Prizepicks, right, which I know a lot of people do, they go over to Prizepicks and they click that little stat button and then they see this, right? They see a graph where it's 5 red bars, right? And then they think, okay, he's got to go on the under, right? That is literally all that people think when they take on plays on Prizepicks, and it is that simple for them, right? If he's red in the last 5, he's red today. And I could look like an idiot here. He could go red today, but this is a very good matchup for LaMelo Ball. The Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets, they match up quite well in terms of LaMelo Ball actually being able to hit this line. So if we look at the last 6 games that they played against each other, only one of those he's actually gone under 7 assists. And if we look at the lineup right here, there's quite a few healthy players on basically both sides of the ball, right? So Hero's playing, Adebayo's likely playing, and then all the Charlotte guys are, of course, healthy. So in this one, you've got to look at this and go, well, LaMelo will likely be able to facilitate quite a bit. He will likely be able to move the offense quite a bit. And if we look at how the Heat played at all last time they played against LaMelo, well, they did guard him quite closely. They did force him to pass the ball and really just double him, make him find that extra pass. So that's why I like LaMelo Ball here on the over, even though it looks rough, even though he hasn't hit this in 6 straight games, guys. You have to be able to take a prop like this. So you look at this, like he was literally doing just fine, kind of fell off a cliff, played a couple tough defenses, played the Boston defense, played the Phoenix defense, played the Portland defense, played the Spurs defense. So it's not like he's had easy matchups here, but right before when he was playing kind of easier defenses, he was getting 8 assists, 8 assists, 9 assists. So I expect a little bit of a return to form here for LaMelo Ball, and I like him more than 7 assists. Now, let's talk about play number 2 right here, which is going to be Ayo Dosunmu more than 15.5 points. Now, once again, people are going to go over to Prizepicks and they're going to click this last 5 graph and they're going to go, whoa, why are you taking this on the over? He's hit the under in 4 straight games and it's not even close. He's actually averaging 11, right? 11 or 12. Well, you've got to look one step further than that and go, well, there is a major player that is out in this game, and that guy's name is Anthony Edwards, right? He's not going to play in this one, meaning Ayo is the next man up, right? Slotting right in here with the rest of the starting cast, the Minnesota Timberwolves, basically right where Anthony Edwards would play in that 2 position. Now, why do we like Ayo here more than points? He has been finding his form on his new team, right? He's left Chicago, he's down in Minnesota, and he has been, well, he left at the deadline, of course. He's been all right. When Anthony Edwards was in, he was more used as a gadget player, more used as, come in there, finish out the first quarter for us, get a few more minutes in there and just try to create what he can, right? And his point slide has been around 9.5 to 11.5 on any given night. If you watch the lines, you'll be able to notice things like this. That's why I study the board every single day, so I have that info just in the back of my head, right? Now the line's up to 15.5. There's a pretty good reason for this, right? Anthony Edwards is out, and he is clearly taking the form, right? We can't forget he just played the best defense in basketball, the Oklahoma City Thunder. And what happened? He actually had his only game where he went over 15.5 points. He went for 18 points in that one. Now, I expect this one to be a very tight game up against Phoenix. Minnesota are currently favored by 4.5, despite Anthony Edwards not being in the starting lineup. So I do like this one a lot for Ayo Dosunmu. Why does that 4.5 spread matter? Well, basically it's saying, is this going to be a close game? Is this going to be a blowout of a game, right? And in this case, when you've got the starting shooting guard, right, in Ayo Dosunmu, you want it to be a close game because then the starters won't get to play more. And I like this one a ton for Ayo right here. 16 points, very, very doable. 2 buckets a quarter, he can get that 100p. Now, before we get into play number 3, let's talk about one more quick thing. And that's how you guys can get a free month of VIP picks. All you got to do is sign up on Underdog or sign up on Prizepicks using code BAM, and that'll get you in the VIP for an entire month for completely free. So if you're not on one of these apps yet, go ahead, text me a screenshot at this number. I'll give you my personal code, which is code BAM, and then I'll get you on the VIP for an entire month free of charge. Now, let's talk about play number 3 right here. We are taking LaMelo, Ayo, and then Aaron Nesmith. And this one, we're taking Aaron Nesmith actually on the under at 16.5 points and assists. Now, the reason we like Nesmith here, well, there's quite a few reasons. If you zoom out and just look at this on the big scale, right? He's played almost 40 games this season. He's hit the under in 56% of them, which is a profitable under. And in the last 20 games, hitting the under a 65% rate. In the last 10 games, he's hitting the under in an 80% rate. So, why is the line so high? Well, he's had a couple pop-off games here and there. Notably this one against Milwaukee where he got 32 points and 1 assist. Very, very interesting stat line there, Mr. Nesmith. But the point is he's going up against a very, very tough defense in the New York Knicks, who are actually top 5 in points and top 4 in assists. So this is not an easy matchup. This is actually one of the more difficult matchups when it comes to points plus assists because they're very good in both. And if we look at the head-to-head, the numbers tell the truth, right? Obviously, Pacers faced the Knicks, in the playoffs last year. So we got quite a bit of games with Nesmith going up against the Knicks. Now, you might be like, well, that's not the same Knicks team. It's not the same Pacers team. Of course, Halliburton was in. That's a major difference, right? But if we look at those games, he's hitting the under in quite a few of them. And if we just narrow it down to games this season, right? He played him in February, he played him in March, and he hit the under in both of those games. Now, there is clearly no reason for this line to be this high. If we look over at the injuries, there are a lot of questionable players, but what's new for a team who is literally trying to lose games? This is what they do, right? They send up a lot of players on the questionable list, and they go, we'll see how it goes. Even Nesmith himself is questionable. At the end of the day, they'll likely will all play around 20 to 25 minutes. So that's what I got right here. These are my 3 players. LaMelo Ball, more than 7 assists. Ayo Dosunmu, more than 15.5 points. Aaron Nesmith, less than 16.5 points and assists. I'm dropping probably 1, maybe 2 bonus 2-man plays over in the winnable for the rest of the day. So if you guys are not on the winnable yet, like I said at the beginning of the video, sign up on the winnable. It's completely free to join. Winnable.com/BAM. Join the community, man. That's all I got. One more time, these are my 3 plays. And yeah, let's win some money on NBA Monday. Fuck. And yeah, let's win some money on NBA Tuesday.